Whether you have to create content for your business, for your job, or for anything, you might be struggling to come up with the content. Or maybe you have the content, but you don't know how to break it down or actually get the writing done. Well, don't worry. On this week's video, I'm gonna show you exactly the process that I follow every single week whenever I have to write, which is every week. And I'm struggling with actually sitting down and then writing down the content. Sometimes you do sit down, but then blank, nothing comes up. If that is you, you're gonna love this week's video. Let's get started. All right, instead of telling you the steps, which I have done before, I am actually gonna demonstrate because I believe seeing is believing, right? I am gonna share my screen with you and I'm gonna show you the exact steps I take when I'm writing, whether it's a writing blog, whether it's content for social media, it doesn't matter. This is great for whenever you feel stuck, whenever you feel like you know what you want to say, but you don't know how to get started. Before we start, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And if you know a writer, a fellow writer that struggles, make sure that you share this video with them. They are gonna thank you. Let's get into today's video. All right, now you can see my screen and I'm gonna share with you what the process is for you to write anything within 10 minutes, especially when you're stuck, okay? So let's just go right into it. You can give it, the example that I'm using is a blog post. You can give it a temporary title. It's not necessary that you name it, especially when you first started, when you were getting started. The funny thing is that when you finish writing the article will title itself, if that makes sense. So you want to start with, this is the steps that I took, and I'm giving you the steps right here. I'm introducing the article, of course, but the steps for you are, I'm telling you how to get started, break down the topic, add a sentence or two to each topic, summarize what you wrote about, have a call to action, proofread once or twice, and publish. Okay, so here I'm going to give you an example how I literally broke this process down. The example is actually the items that are highlighted that are darker. Okay, so I explained how to get started. You're going to have a clean canvas. Okay, you're going to go to Google Drive. That is my favorite platform, but you can use Word, Pages, anything that you use to write, you can go there. And as you can see here, I have no more tabs. Now, this is not my regular window. My regular window will have a lot of tabs, but when I'm writing, I am completely clear on what I'm doing, okay? So then what we're gonna do is, once you do that, you're gonna start writing down some phrases or keywords to help you get started. Now, it doesn't matter how many, it's really just to get the writing machine process started. Write them down, no order. You can always rearrange them later. Here I have some examples for you. And again, highlighted, benefits of writing a book. I am an author, writing a book. How to write a book, why I wanted to write a book. Authors in business, having a book will open doors for you. Writing a book is fun. People respect authors. Authors are seen as authorities in the field. Again, it can be keywords, it can be phrases, it doesn't matter, okay? You can organize that later. Now, once you have done that little brainstorm section, you want to choose 3 to 5 keywords or phrases that jump at you, that you could feel excited about writing, and start writing that, okay? Start writing with those, and you want to add about 3 to 4 sentences to each section, okay? So for the article, for the example that I'm gonna do for you guys, I'm gonna choose these 4 key phrases. And we're just gonna change these following, because these are not keywords, these are actually phrases. Benefits of writing a book, why I wanted to write a book, having a book opens doors for you,
authors are seen as authorities in their field. Those are the key phrases that I chose, okay? Now that you have narrowed it down, you're gonna start with the ones that make sense to you, and you can organize them later. So I'm gonna start with this. Benefits of writing a book. I added 3 sentences, okay? Very, very simple. Then I go with the next one. I just added 2 sentences. Then I went to the next one and I added 3 or 4 sentences, and I even actually have a link because this is the blog post. You can add the link afterwards, okay? Now that you have or follow all 4 of them because you just added several sentences. Once you're satisfied with those sentences, you can then move on to the next step, which is summarize. Now the summary, it can be very simple. You really don't want to go and explain everything again. You just want to let them know very quickly what you talked about. Here, I literally have 1 sentence explaining what I just explained, okay? And then once I have that, we can have a call to action, which is literally 2 sentences and yet another link, okay? That's it. And there you have it. That is a complete article. Again, that can be a letter, that can be anything that you're writing. Then I suggest that you proofread. I mean, that you read it a couple times, once or twice. And once you're fully satisfied, sometimes I like to walk away, like sit on it for an hour, sometimes overnight, and then come back. And then once I'm satisfied, I'm gonna hit send, I'm gonna publish it, I'm gonna put it wherever it needs to go. Now, what I'm gonna suggest that you do is that you print this, because it has the instructions, it has a sample for you that you can follow step by step that will help you write whenever you're stuck. This process can go really, really fast. And if we look at the tools here, the word count for this is 1,000 words, okay? That did not take me very long at all. Of course, granted, I went back and I made this pretty, I made this a list, and I added a couple of hyperlinks. But other than that, it didn't take me very long to write this by following this process. So let me know what you're gonna use this technique for. I cannot wait to hear from you. Please know that I love you, that I'm rooting for you, and I'm gonna see you super duper soon. Bye.